There are 48 bodies in the basement of this Harlem, New York funeral home. 40 are in cardboard boxes ready for cremation, the other 8 in a refrigerator embalmed and ready to be buried. It will be weeks or months before they reach their final resting places, with New York City's crematories and cemeteries completely overrun.
The past month has been completely chaotic. Since this whole pandemic took place, we've been working nonstop, overnight, mornings.
With New York the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak in the U.S., and with African Americans and Hispanics dying at a disproportionate rate, International Funeral and Cremation Services has had to turn some families away. A heartbreaking choice that can result in some bodies being buried in mass graves, like on New York's Hart Island.
It's sometimes hard for us to hold it all together, and it's also our job to hold it all together. What's going to happen after this pandemic is going to require all of our participation to kind of grieve collectively.
That's funeral director Lily Sage Weinreib, who notes the fine line she and her 3 female colleagues must navigate each day, protecting their own health while looking out for the welfare of grieving families.
We're the last first responders, and being the last first responders means that you often get sort of the last pick of everything. So we're the last people to get access to personal protective equipment. We're the last people to get access to, records and things like that. And oftentimes our families are in the most dire need because they're left in limbo. And so I don't want to apologize because I am doing the absolute best I can. But if it's not good enough, I am sorry, deeply sorry.
The women often collect the deceased from refrigerated trailers that have cropped up outside of hospitals that don't have the capacity to keep them in their facilities. Funeral director Nicole Waring explains.
I really started getting more overwhelmed going into the trailers. They're telling you go in and find your decedent, and they're just scattered. You have some on the floors, you have some on shelves. It's tough.
She says it can even be scary going into her funeral home's own prep room, as some who died of COVID-19 may not be marked as such, and as it is unclear whether the deceased bodies are still contagious. Fellow funeral director Jenny Adames says the women look out for each other. She reminds them, as much as they can stick to it, to, quote, "Limit your compassion, please, because we gotta move on to the next one. There's no time to stop."